Hey guys, I've gotten a lot of requests from my friends and coworkers to show how I make the Jamaican classic curried chicken and white rice. This is one of my favorite dishes to prepare. So let's get started. Here I have some chicken parts pre-washed in some lemon juice and water. I rinse my meat no matter what meat it is. It really makes a difference when you're cooking. Now I'm dicing some vegetables to add to my chicken. I have some red onion and I have some red peppers and green peppers. I just love to have a colorful plate. First, I'm going to add some Indian curry, and then I'm adding some garlic, some cayenne pepper to pep things up, some ginger powder. I also like to use fresh ginger, which I will add a little bit later on, but for now, ginger powder. And then I'm going to add some black pepper, some chicken seasoning. I'm adding some Italian seasoning, salt, and some paprika. I like to also add some browning just to kick up the flavor a notch and to add color as well. And I'm also going to add some basil, and I just added some thyme leaves, dried thyme leaves, and also vegetable oil, just so that everything will be incorporated properly. You may use a fork or a spoon to mix it, but you know what? I prefer to use my hand. Nothing mixes it better than, your hand. So I'm just going to go right into it with my gloved hand and mix everything together. Okay, my chicken is covered and in the refrigerator, but while it is marinating, I'm going to go ahead and make what you call spinners. Here I have about a cup of all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of salt and about a quarter cup of water, and I'm going to mix this together and knead the dough just until all the flour is mixed in. Before you add the water, make sure that you mix the flour and the salt together properly before you add the water. So right here I have my dough, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I get the spinners. I just pinch a little bit of the dough off and spin it in my hand, hence the name spinners. So I'm going to spin it in my hand, and then I will achieve this shape. So later on I'll show you how I add that to my curried chicken. Now my oil is ready. I have some vegetable oil just to cover the bottom of the pan, and now I'm going to add my marinated chicken to the pan, and I'm going to make sure that each piece comes in contact with the pan so that it cooks evenly. So I'm going to cover the pan for about 5 minutes or so. And now I'm going to add about a half cup of water, and I'm going to cover that and allow it to cook for about 10 more minutes before I add my spinners. I'm adding my spinners now. I like to add mine only after the sauce has started boiling, because I want my spinners to start cooking right away. I don't want it to sit in cold liquid. So as you can see, it's bubbling and steaming, so I'm going to now form them and drop them on top of my chicken. I diced some Irish potatoes earlier, and now I'm adding it to my pan, and I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook for about an additional 30 minutes. And during that time, guys, remember to taste it. If it needs a little more salt or additional seasoning, you can go ahead and add them as you go along, but you definitely have to taste it before you serve. So taste it as you go along. Okay, it's time to make my rice. Some persons like to start rice in boiling water, but I find that, you know, it works for me either way. And now I'm going to mix in some coconut milk powder. I'm going to also add 2 tablespoons of butter, and guys, you can also add some all-purpose seasoning to give the rice additional flavor. I already washed my rice and added it to the pan with the water. Stir it up and add some salt, of course, and you can cook this on medium to low heat. You don't want to burn your rice. You don't want to burn the bottom and have the rice grains tough. So you have to make sure that the temperature is not too high. My curried chicken smells so good and it looks so good. I'm stirring it to ensure that everything is cooked thoroughly. We don't want to ignore any piece of chicken or any bit of ingredient. It's been about 15 minutes since my rice has been cooking. It's almost done now, so but it's not quite done as yet. So right now I'm going to add some sweet corn to my rice. I'm going to just add everything and stir it well to ensure that it's evenly distributed. It should be done in about 5 minutes.